Good morning, students. I am Dr. Tripti Gupta from Shivjyoti Educational Group, Kota. Now, today we are going to take up the second chapter of Beehive, The Sound of Music, Part 2, which is dedicated on Ustad Bismillah Khan's life. Now, this chapter, as we are going to study about Ustad Bismillah Khan, he made a valuable contribution to the world of music through the Shehnai. Shehnai is an instrument which is been which is considered very auspicious, and the air is being blown, and it's a very melodious instrument. For this, he was honored with India's highest civilian honor, the Bharat Ratna, in year 2001. He hailed from a family of musicians. He improvised many new ragas with the Shehnai and thus placed it among other classical musical instruments. Earlier, Shehnai was not being considered a part of classical music. He won accolades on the international level too. The Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of pungi in his royal court. He disliked the sound, and so the pungi was termed to be a noise maker. A barber tried to improve the pungi's tone, and here it starts coming up, the invention of the instrument Shehnai. He got a hollow stem wider and longer than the pungi, made 7 holes on it, and blew into it, closing and opening the holes. Now this is how the initial form of Shehnai came up when a barber tried to do that. It produced soft, melodious music, as this instrument had been developed by a barber called Nai in India and was played in king's court called Shah. The instrument was named Shehnai. So this is the background about the instrument. The Shehnai became a part of auspicious occasions. It was a part of the group of 9 musical instruments that were played at the royal court, which is known as Naubat. Bismillah Khan was born at Dumro, Bihar in 1916 into a family of musicians. His grandfather Rasul Bakhsh Khan played the Shehnai in the court of the king of Bhojpur. His father Paigambar Bakhsh, his paternal as well as maternal uncles were Shehnai players. As a child, Bismillah Khan would visit Bihari Ji temple to sing Bhojpuri Chaita, a form of bhajan, for which the king rewarded him with a laddu weighing 1.25 kg, and that was his first ever reward which he got as a musician. At the age of 3, Bismillah Khan visited his maternal uncle Ali Bakhsh at Banaras. He saw him playing the Shehnai and was fascinated by it. He found it very interesting, and from here his interest rose in Shehnai playing. At the age of 5, he started learning playing it. He would spend hours practicing at the temples of Balaji and Mangala Maiya by the banks of holy river Ganga. The flowing water of the river inspired him to improvise. Bismillah Khan invented ragas which were considered to be beyond the range of Shehnai. As I earlier also explained, Shehnai was not being considered a classical instrument for classical music, but Bismillah Khan, he invented many rags, and he brought Shehnai to be considered a proper instrument for classical music. At the age of 14, he performed at Allahabad Music Conference, and his talent was appreciated by Ustad Fayaz Khan. In 1938, He started performing for the Lucknow station of the All India Radio, and this was the turning point of his life, where everybody he was being connected to the common mass through All India Radio. The day India gained independence on 15th August 1947, Bismillah Khan performed from the Red Fort and greeted the country through his Shehnai by playing Rag Kafi. This was another one of the very big achievements of Ustad Bismillah Khan. Bismillah Khan performed all around the world. His first foreign performance was in Afghanistan, where the king was so impressed that he gifted him many souvenirs. Bismillah Khan composed music for 2 films, Hindi film titled Goonj Uthi Shehnai, directed by Vijay Bhatt, and Kannada film titled Sandhi Apanna by Vikram Srinivas. He was the first Indian to perform at the Lincoln Center Hall in the United States of America. This was a very prestigious occasion for Ustad Bismillah Khan. He also performed at Montreal, Cannes and Tokyo. In Tehran, an auditorium was named after him, Tahar Mosiki Ustad Bismillah Khan. Ustad Bismillah Khan said that music was India's richest heritage and had to be taught to the children. This was what he wanted from the young generation, that music should be the part of the children's education system. Although he had traveled all over the world, he was attached to Dumro and Banaras. That was the part of his life and deeply rooted in him, and he was a great patriot. Once a student asked him to set up a Shehnai school in the USA and promised to recreate the temples of Banaras. Bismillah Khan asked him whether he would transport the river Ganga also, as he was attached to it as well. So finally, as this was not been possible, he denied for the school at USA. Bismillah Khan is a true example of a secular Indian. As being a Muslim, he played the Shehnai at Kashi Vishwanath temple, a very big temple at Banaras, and this is how the secularism can be identified, can be depicted out of, can be understood from his life, that how a Muslim is being playing in a temple. For him, music was above religious barriers. So this is how Ustad Bismillah Khan was. So thank you class for attending the lecture.